Well, let's go ahead and take a look at how this works in an actual query. So I'm going to switch over here to the command prompt. I've got a query in here already. And there are a couple of those Adobe defined functions here. Here's one of them, next, and here's next again, and next. And by the way, another Adobe defined function related to this is previous. It does the opposite, obviously. And so what next is going to be doing here is looking to see what the next page was in a sequence of pages in the path to the cancel service page. And then a second Adobe defined function is this one right here, ses timeout, and this one is actually going to sessionize the data. And notice that we have the first argument here, timestamp, and then the second argument is the number of seconds before the visit or the session is timed out. In this case, the number 60 is seconds. And in fact, this argument takes values as seconds. And so 60 seconds in a minute, then times 30, so that'll be the 30-minute timeout, which is the recommendation by the Web Analytic Association. So this implements that 30-minute timeout for a visit. I guess you could also say a session, but typically it's called a visit. And so let's see how this works. By the way, I'm only going to ask for 10 returns here, so we don't get a big long list. No need. We'll see what we get from this. And this will take a moment to run. And we've got our results, just came up here. And so we can see the path, the page that they started on in this sequence, where page 2 followed page 1, and then page 3 is going to be that cancel service page. And then we'll see if following the cancel service page, they started a call, they made a call to the call center. And so now we have that pathway, that sequence, that journey across different pages to the cancel service page and then calling the call center. In this example, we'll be taking a look at another Adobe defined function called time between next match, and here you can see the arguments for the function. Essentially what this is going to do is calculate the time interval in seconds between when a person went to the cancel service page and when they called the call center, when their call started. And so let's go ahead and run this. And again, it'll take a few moments. And there we have the results. And you can see in the table here that we have an identifier for people, their ECID. They saw the web page cancel service, and then this is the elapsed time between when they saw the cancel service page and they started a call to the call center. All right, now in this next example, once again we're going to be calculating that time from when they saw the cancel service page till they started a call with the call center using the time between next match function. In addition to that, we're also going to be combining data from the website and from the call center data set. So notice right here, AEP demo website interactions. And then this other data set right here, AEP demo call center interactions. And what we'll be able to do now is to include from the call center the call feeling. So the operator will provide a sense of the feeling for the call. We'll be able to input that. We'll get the call topic, and then whether the contract was actually canceled. So let's go ahead and run this. A number of things going on here. So there's our results, and remember, again, we're pulling together data from two different data sets. We're doing a join here. And again, we have the ECID, the cancel service page here, and then how long after they saw this cancel service page they made a call to the call center. And then we have the feeling, whether it was a negative call or a positive, and so on. Neutral was another option for the operator. And then the topic here, contract, looks like it was either not recorded what the topic was or it was contract. And then here, was the contract actually canceled? And we see, yes for a couple of these. And good. Nice combination of data from two different data sets. And in the next example, we're going to take this one data set further, and we're going to combine data from three data sets now, a join on three tables. So here we have the website interactions, we have the call center interactions data set, and then we have the loyalty data set. So we can see here that in addition to the call feeling and the call topic, we're also going to get the loyalty status and then the CRM ID of the individual. And again, of course, we're calculating that time from when they saw the cancel service page to when they started a call with the call center. So yeah, let's go ahead and run this. And we have our results returned. So again, ECID, that cancel service web page, and then the number of seconds before they made a call after seeing cancel service, and call feeling, call topic, and now we have the individual's loyalty status and their CRM ID. So again, combining data from three different data sets. And in this example, we're going to be using those same three data sets, joining those same three data sets, the website interaction, the call center interaction data set, and the loyalty data set. Now what we're going to do, though, is we're going to get some additional information about the person, their city, their country code, their latitude and longitude. So we're going to get some geographical information in addition to the information that we got previously. So let's go ahead and run this. And there we have the results. Again, the ECID. Now we, though, have the city of the person, their country, latitude and longitude, and then again the time from seeing the cancel service page to calling this call center, and then the feeling, the topic, the results, loyalty status, and the CRM ID. So we've built up this query by adding pieces as we went along, pulling data from three different data sets to do that. All right, well, let's take a look at the final query we're going to run here. And up at the top, notice, and got this commented here, where I've put a little identifier so I can find this query easily when I go back into the user interface. Here in this query, we're not going to use any of the Adobe defined functions, but we are still combining, joining the three data sets or three tables. And what we're going to do is we're going to get the ECID, the city, the latitude and longitude, the country, the call feeling, that call center data set, and whether or not the contract was canceled, the loyalty status and points, and then the CRM ID. So again, the three data sets or tables are going to be the website interactions, the call center interactions, and the loyalty data. And once this query runs, notice I'm not setting a limit on this. So once this query runs, we'll be able to go in and find it in the interface, in our log, and then be able to use the results of this query to create a data set. And we'll talk a bit more about that in a minute, but let's let this thing run and see how it does. Okay, and there we have our results. I'm not going to go across all of the fields. I think you can see them pretty clearly here. Fields that we've actually generated before, results from combining fields from three different data sets. And I'm not going to examine all of the data. If I scroll on down here, there's more. In fact, there's plenty more. Instead, I think at this point I'm just going to quit. So I typed Q there to quit this query at this point. And in the next exercise, we're going to go over to the interface and find this query and then create a data set from the results of this query.